Hey guys, my name is Lena Thomas, owner of Lean Machine Training LLC and the owner of Sweat by LMT. If you've seen this logo somewhere in the past year floating around and wondering what it's about, I'm here to tell you a little bit about that today. I am a personal trainer and a sports coach based out of Detroit, Michigan. I coach girls basketball as well as track. And I've been active my whole life. Ever since I was like 4 years old, I've experimented with a bunch of different sports. I think maybe the only two that I didn't try were softball and volleyball, but everything else I wanted a piece of it. So with being active, comes active wear. And that's something that I've always been a part of as well. Whether it was receiving gear from my sports teams, whether it was me going to the store and buying something for practice, there was always a need to have active gear. And even when I played ball in college, we would receive gear, throughout the season, at the beginning of the season, and we would have some of the sweetest stuff out there. So, needless to say, I'm a gearhead. I like stuff that feels good on my skin when I'm working out and just being active. So, one of the things that I would do for my clients through Lean Machine Training was I would give them a t-shirt with my logo on. But after I did that, I rethought about it, and I wanted to actually create something that would reach more people than just people that know me personally or have a personal connection with me. So then, Sweat was born. So I have a lot of stuff in store for this, and I've been getting a lot of good feedback from it. So my goal is just to keep pushing this and just to keep motivating and inspiring others to develop a healthy lifestyle, just like I am. I think my brand ties perfectly into what I do as a professional, as a health professional, because it's directly relatable to my clients. Some people, I'm not even gonna hold you up, they're a little intimidated or they're afraid to train with me because of my style. People know I'm intense, people know that I have a high level of training, but I try to encourage people to just test it out, just try different flavors. Every trainer has different things to offer. One of the things that I tell my clients is, if you're not sweating, you're not working. And that's a feedback mechanism that I receive on my end as a trainer to let me know that you're giving me something out of what I'm doing. Because I know I'm gonna deliver, I know I'm gonna come through with service, but ultimately personal training, it's not about me, it's about you. And if you don't want better for yourself and for your body and for your health, then it's not really, your quality of life won't be as it should be, or it won't reach its maximum potential if you don't have your health. Because if you don't have that, then you're really not going to be able to flourish in other areas that you want to flourish. So that's why I think that this right here is very important, and it's important that people know about it, because a lot of people are stuck in a certain way of thinking, and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to try that, that's too hard, or that's not going to do anything for me, I know I'm not going to stay with it. No, you can stay with it. You have to want it for yourself, ultimately. Your health is your health and nobody else. So I do what I can on my end to push you and motivate you to be the best that you can possibly be. But as I said before, if you don't want it for yourself, then it's really meaningless. So within the past year, I've received a lot of good responses, a lot of feedback, positive feedback from what I'm doing. And I genuinely appreciate everyone, from my clients to my family, friends, supporters, and otherwise. I really appreciate all of the insights that you guys have given me on my brand and reassuring me that I'm doing the right thing. Because honestly, when I started this, I didn't think it was gonna be on this magnitude, or it wasn't gonna be as influential as it is right now. I receive text messages from my clients who have purchased my products, and they're always talking about, hey, I wore your shirt today, and I just want to let you know that I sweat in it. That's awesome. That's exactly what I want you to do. That's exactly what my brand is intended for you to do. It's for you to want to become more active, whether that's just taking a walk around your neighborhood, whether that's going up to the track and getting some work in, whether that's going to get some shots up, whatever the case may be. It's just to emphasize the importance of getting up and getting at it. That's really what it is. So I genuinely appreciate the support, and I'm gonna do what I can to keep pushing this thing and to keep influencing and keep inspiring, so that way you guys can continue to be motivated. One of the things that I pride my brand on is simplicity, being simple. Less is more. When I see a lot of other brands out there that are successful, Under Armour, Nike, Adidas, Jordan, Reebok, just to name a few, they have very simple logos, there's not a lot of complexity that goes into a lot of their designs. Not all of them, but a lot of their designs are really simple. You know, everybody sees the check mark, they know exactly what it is. Everybody sees the Jordan Jumpman, they know exactly what it is. And I want people to do the same when they see Sweat. You know, it's almost to the point where if I see someone posting about my brand, they can't even spell Sweat the same way anymore without adding a teardrop. So that's a good sign that I think I'm doing something right. Another thing that I pride my brand on is knowing the meaning behind it, exactly when you look at it. You know, when people see this, they know that it's active. They know what it means. If they wear something with this on it, they're gonna want to be active. They're gonna want to sweat if they're wearing sweat gear. That is another point and another statement that I'm trying to get across, and hopefully people can jump on board and understand what I'm trying to do. A common theme that you'll find in a lot of minority-driven areas are traces of disease or health-related issues that are correlated with nutrition and lack of exercise. Now, that could be due to a number of reasons. It could be genetics, it could be lack of environmental resources, a lot of socioeconomic issues that are out there, but it's not, I don't see that as really an excuse. I see that as a situation that kind of confines certain individuals to their current situations. And if you're able to break free from that in some fashion, then you're off to a good start. You know, even in my family, we have traces of diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer. Just it runs everywhere. And in some situations, you can avoid it. In some situations, you can't. Recently, about a month and a half ago, my family was hit with some news that my grandmother was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. That's one of the most aggressive forms of cancer that is out there, and sometimes when you detect it, it's almost too late. My grandmother, that's my rock. She's been a rock to me, and she's been a rock in our family for years. And to hear this type of information, it's uncomfortable, and it really makes you put things in perspective, and it just kind of makes you reevaluate some things. And seeing her go through this situation right now, it's not easy. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for the rest of my family. But in a way, it has kind of solidified my purpose, and it's letting me know that I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing in the fitness industry, with training, with coaching, with this. You know, it's just another form of reassurance. And even though it's a form of reassurance that I wouldn't like, that's just what reality is. And I appreciate my grandmother for everything, for being in my corner always, for supporting me in all that I do. And I just want you to know that I love you very, 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 very much. Getting emotional. So the name of the brand is Sweat by LMT, right? I'm LMT, which means I'm the captain of the sweat ship. However, the ship isn't anything without a crew, right? Right. So there's a bunch of people I have to thank. I'm not naming all y'all individually, but I'll name some of y'all. So I definitely have to give a special shout out to my visual team, Mr. Kevin Buford, Dale Brundage, who is recording this thing right now. Say hi, Dale.
Hi.
And also Will Escobar down in Atlanta. These three guys have definitely helped me push my brand to where I needed to go on the visual aspect, because without them, you guys wouldn't be able to see this. So they have definitely been a very important asset to my brand and to my vision. So I thank all three of you for all of the work that you've done, and I really, really appreciate you guys. I also have to thank my wonderful parents for giving me my brain and giving me a good insight on how businesses are ran, how to do just little things that have been important to developing my business. And I definitely appreciate you both for all of the support that you've given me throughout the years with all that I do.
When you say give you your brain, you mean like how babies are made?
Yes, because without them, I would have no brain.
Without them.
Okay. I also have to give a shout out to my Fit fam. So I have to give a shout out to Nick B, Shawnee Sherrill, Lauren Baker, Kelvin, my Pulse team. Who else? I'm missing people. I know I'm missing y'all.
You said you wasn't going to go through everyone.
I wasn't going to go through everybody. I'm still naming people off anyway. You can edit this part out. Because, yeah. Who else? Who else? Who am I missing? Oh, of course, my clients. I have to thank my clients for believing in me and believing in what we do on the personal training aspect of things. So I appreciate you all, and I pray that you keep pushing with whatever your goals are and that you remain consistent with your regimen. I want to thank my coaches at Groves High School. I think that's about it. Who else? Oh, this is going to sound real bad. I should have done this first.
Jesus?
Yes.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh my God. So, okay, so you're going to have to edit this part a lot because this is real choppy. So, first and foremost, I have to thank God for allowing me to work in my field and mold me and sculpt me into the woman that I am today, because, of course, without him, nothing would be possible.
You were made in the image of God, so of course you were sculpted beautifully.
Sure, thank you.
It's in the Bible.
Jesus. I'm done. It's a wrap. So thank you for supporting me throughout this past year. I pray that we have many more years to grow, and I pray that I continue to have the support from you all. If you haven't already, check out my website, sweatbylmt.com. I have a bunch of different styles available, from men's dri-fit shirts to women's leggings, crop tops. And I have way more in store this summer, so stay tuned.